Hey, you all, Carpetbagger here, coming to you live from the north. More specifically, today we are stopping off in Metropolis, Illinois, the home of Superman. Now, if you follow any sort of Superman media, comics, TV shows, cartoons, everyone knows that Superman comes from Metropolis. Many people do not realize Metropolis is a real place. Now, in the cartoons and the movies, Metropolis is often portrayed as a sprawling metropolis. But the real Metropolis is actually a small town here in Illinois. However, it has been legally designated as the official home of Superman. In the 1970s, the Illinois House of Representatives voted to declare Metropolis, Illinois, the home of Superman, and DC Comics gave the town their blessing and continues to this day to give recognition to the town of Metropolis, Illinois. DC acknowledges Metropolis, Illinois is the true home of Superman. Now today we're going to explore the town of Metropolis and see what super offerings they have. So please follow me. Now this may not be Superman, but still a colossal character here. Big John, over here at the Big John grocery store. We have Big John there, waving out into traffic. See, he's got his Big John grocery bags there. Big John. Let's take a quick peek inside of Big John here. Here in the soda aisle, they do have a mural of Metropolis, Illinois. You can see some of the historic buildings here in town. And there's a mural of Big John himself. You can see there he's actually holding two grocery bags. The one out front actually only has one grocery bag and then has the other arm raised up. And this is where we're headed next, into the main area of Metropolis. See, they have a giant Superman statue. They have a super museum, and have a statue of Lois Lane as well. And then over here next to the ice, we have this massive elk head. And we have come down to the heart of Metropolis here on Justice Street. Here at the Metropolis Courthouse, or should I say, Super City. Super City, Metropolis, Illinois. And here right in front of the courthouse, they have placed their town icon, this massive statue of Superman himself. You can see he's actually standing here. The area he's standing in is actually shaped like that Superman symbol, the giant S emblem, much like he has on his chest. There in his super pose with his hands on his hips, knowing that he is the most super guy in town. It's actually set up really good for photos here. They have a special little platform for the photographer to stand on while the other person poses with Superman. Here we have a brass Bible that is the, I guess, the prayer that was read at the dedication of the Superman statue in 1993. It says, "We realize too that you alone are the one and true God." I guess, you know, being clear that that we're not worshiping Superman here, that we're only worshiping God. He's not a idol to be worshipped. But it says, and there is not beside you, it says, "Yet your creation, even the works of man and women, reflect the handiwork in images and symbols in various forms, such as a statue, so be unveiled." So yeah, maybe some saying that Superman was inspired by God. I guess they say so. The Superman symbology may relate back to the Bible. I think there is some, you know, some religious symbology in the whole Superman lore. And then over here, right in front of the Superman statue, we have the Super Museum, an entire museum dedicated to Superman. You can see these cutouts here where you can pose as Superman, and then a mural of Superman holding up a car on a comic book. I believe this is the first Superman comic where he is lifting up the car. And here, the greatest American hero, we can see all the different versions of Superman over the years. You can see the wonderful building here with Superman flying out of the window there. It's a unique color matching Superman's motif here. So it's a bird, it's a plane, it's Superman. We've got some more comics here on the side of the building. Oh, look at that, there's a cam right there, security camera, and maybe a webcam pointed over there at the statue. I wonder if there is a live Superman cam somewhere, or if that's just for security purposes. Let's see, welcome kids 5 to 105 to the Super Museum Showcase. Imagine if your poor 106-year-old grandpa had to wait in the car because he didn't meet the age qualifications. Yeah, this is a pretty all-encompassing museum dedicated to Superman. See, these are a rare sight these days, the phone booths. Of course, back in the day, phone booths were common. Superman would use them as the go-to in order to jump in and switch his outfit out. I don't know where he'd have to duck into these days. I guess probably have to go into like a Starbucks bathroom or something. Yeah, there's more super cutouts there. And then this looks like a car from Cars. Is that one of the cars from Cars, or is that just a fancy car with some eyes on it? So let's head inside the Super Museum. I guess caution, there's some wet paint here. We don't want to touch that. I see here in the gift shop just almost anything you could possibly want. Superman or superhero related. Yeah, look at all these Superman shirts here. Superman there bursting out of the telephone booth. There's another Superman right above him bursting out of the wall. So yeah, look at it, he's wearing some eclipse glasses. Even Superman can't stare into the sun. Yeah, all the different Superman action figures. There he is with his buddy Batman. And who's this? This is half Batman, half green Superman. What's it? Composite Superman is his name? Oh, that's interesting. And I am so excited to see this. We got a penny smasher. I feel like we've hit like a drought of penny pinchers. They didn't have any in Canada because they don't have pennies, but I haven't seen any in the last few days, the last week or so. We've not come across almost any penny smashers. Of course, 2024, the year of the penny press here on the Carpetbagger channel. I'm so excited I think I'm gonna get all 4 made because I'm so excited to finally come across a penny press again. I brought my roll of quarters here. Been waiting to bust this open. There we go. They even provide you with a nice bowl of pennies here. That is the biggest bowl of pennies I've ever seen. Let's get cranking. And there we have it. We got the actual Super Museum building there. This is the first appearance of Superman. And then we got the Superman statue and the Lois Lane statue, which we still need to walk down and see. Oh, and there it is, the perfect disguise. Have some Clark Kent glasses. Just notice this mannequin here, for some reason, has little tiny hands. All right, we're gonna head into the Super Museum here. Only $8 admission. And it's a pretty overwhelming collection of just everything Superman related. It says to stay to your right, so we go through the exhibit in that direction. But yeah, just this first case here, different Superman statues, collectibles. Those are Superman rings there. Superman plate. I don't know who that guy is there, a little Funko of a guy talking on a Superman phone. Superman up here.
Yeah, that's it.
Like a little super baby there. Almost looks like a super Cupid.
Oh, you were here yesterday?
Start out in kind of a chronological sense. This is the George Reeves section. He was the first man to play Superman. See George Reeves up there. I always got confused because George Reeves played the first Superman, and then Christopher Reeve also played him. They're two completely different people, two completely different names. It's George Reeves and Christopher Reeve, which is very confusing because they both played Superman, but there is a distinction. And there we see George Reeves dressed as Clark Kent here, the alter ego of Superman. And they do have some pretty amazing props here. This is a prop from the 1950 Superman show. It's a prop rifle used by Noelle Neal, who played Lois Lane. And apparently she did not want to handle an actual firearm, so they made this prop gun for her where she would hold this tube and it would be connected, these electrical wires would be connected so they could have a blast go out the end. I guess that's a different piece of the prop gun there. Apparently these are screen-used ashtrays from the Superman show. Looks like that one still has a few ashes in it. It says that this telephone and these typewriters actually used in the Superman series, 1950s series. See these IBM typewriters, and you can see George Reeve typing away on one as Clark Kent. This giant plywood Superman here. I imagine this would have been an old piece of signage used here in town, but he points our way through the museum. There is an under construction sign right there. I think this is an extension of the museum they've been working on. I guess not part of the original tour, but kind of a new section of the museum that is coming together. You can see Superman stopping the speeding train there. Several large Superman statues. Oh, there's a Lois Lane cutout. Yeah, a lot of the old cutouts in here. You see some spare Superman there in the back, but look at this. This is a Doomsday, a giant replica of Doomsday, who was famed for actually killing Superman in the comics and in the recent movies. I remember it was a big deal when Superman was killed in the 90s by Doomsday. And I think he just came right back because I guess people didn't realize that in comics people come back to life all the time. But somehow I remember it hit the mainstream media pretty hard. You can see the cape there and the gravestone of Superman. He's pretty terrifying. This is Lex Luthor's lab equipment there. It's got a couple Superman arcade games. And oh wow, the Superman pinball machine. This is pretty amazing. My grandma has this same pinball machine in her basement. Unfortunately, hers does not work. I've been wanting to if I knew how to get it fixed, I would do it, because I remember growing up with the working pinball machine in the basement of my grandma's. I thought it was a lot of fun. Yeah, this is the exact same one she had. Yeah, it says they are currently expanding and looking to expand the exhibits to the second floor. It'll be really exciting to come back and see the expanded Super Museum. Now, this is a Superman I'm not necessarily as familiar with. This is the costume used by Kirk Allen, who I guess played a black and white version of Superman, which kind of makes the costume interesting there, because of course the costume would have never been seen in color, just had to show up well on black and white, so it has kind of a interesting color scheme to it. And there's a piece of kryptonite as well, but that actually is green. Interesting. And here are some more modern props. This is Henry Cavill's Clark Kent outfit. He is the most recent Superman, although I guess he has been officially replaced and will no longer be portraying Superman in the DC movies. And then from the same series, you have this prison shirt worn by Jesse Eisenberg, who played Lex Luthor. And I remember people hated his version of Lex Luthor. He kind of just took it in a completely different direction. I thought it was fine, but I know a lot of people got really mad about it. Here's Gene Hackman's Lex Luthor shirt. They just have like an incredible amount of screen use clothing here. And this is the backpack worn by Clark Kent in the 1978 Superman movie. That's not Christopher Reeve. That is Jeff East, who apparently played a younger version of Clark Kent in the movie. These are Nuclear Man's boots from Superman: A Quest for Peace. I've not seen that movie. With the Christopher Reeve movies, I've only seen the very first one. Down this section, under the arch here. Here is some more modern Superman toys and figures. These are the Henry Cavill version. I remember they made a big deal about it when he first started playing Superman, because he did not wear the red underpants. Of course, traditionally Superman wears red underwear over his pants, but not Henry Cavill. And up above us, we have the Superman pool floaty there, and this really cool Superman piñata. This display case has items from the Superboy show, a show in the late 80s, early 90s. I guess we got some Superman suits in there. And look at that. That is Bizarro Superboy. I guess in the Superman universe, the Bizarro dimension is where like everything is opposite. It's like where Superman is evil instead of good. And I guess his face is made out of like crystals. Yeah, just so much. This collection really just is astounding when you start to put together like all the different props they have from all the different incarnations of Superman. So this is worn by Stacy Haiduk, an episode where she's portraying Lana Lang. Yeah, so many different items that Superman has appeared on. A Superman cookie jar here. Different mugs and water bottles. Look at this. Superman vitamins. Oh, this is my favorite though. Superman pasteurized process imitation cheese spread. Yeah, please leave a comment in the comment section if you remember any of this stuff. See the Superman peanut butter there. I do not remember Superman peanut butter. Here, these are all different board games inspired by Superman. Wow. I'll look up here. We have Super Troll. I guess ST. I'm just imagining ST stands for Super Troll. I think that's a troll. Superman clothing here. Superman suspenders, Superman belts. Oh, look at that shirt there, has the muscles already built right in. Whole exhibit dedicated to Superman timepieces. Get these giant watches you can hang on the wall. I notice all these clocks are on different times. I guess it's hard to keep all the clocks synchronized. Yeah, these are all Superman watches here. Wow, these are different animation cells. These all appeared in different Superman cartoons. That Superman has gray hair. It's like an old Superman right there. Yeah, amazing. All these were parts, physical parts of cartoons. Of course, Superman has a very distinct hairstyle. A little curl he has in front. And apparently these are all wigs worn by Christopher Reeve. I did not know that he was wearing a wig in those movies. But yeah, these were actually affixed to Christopher Reeve's head. That's pretty crazy. And then here is Marlon Brando's wig as he played Jor-El. Even this little tiny Statue of Liberty here was was used in the production and filming of Superman 4. So I guess, functioned as a miniature. Here's Jimmy Olsen's outfit from the 1978 Superman movie. And it says this Nikon here, this camera was actually made out of foam rubber. I guess so it would, if he dropped it, it would be okay. I don't know if they actually dropped it in the movie, I'm trying to remember. But it says this was used in the Hoover Dam scene. And behold, look at that. Authentic Superman suit worn by Christopher Reeve in the 1978 movie. Pretty amazing that that is here. It's another of Christopher Reeve's capes. And then a body harness. Of course, the scenes where Superman had to fly, you would need to have a harness there to help lift him up. See the astronaut flying above. This is a screen-used prop as well. It says was used in Superman 2 in the moon scene. Escaped outlaws from Krypton's Phantom Zone terrorize and murder 3 lunar explorers. It says the spacesuit was worn by the U.S. astronaut that encountered Ursa. It says, do you recognize the astronaut's face? It's Sylvester Stallone. Wait a minute. Why is it Sylvester Stallone? Let's zoom in there. Why is it Sylvester Stallone? Wax figure of Christopher Reeve there in his casual Clark Kent gear. These are cool here. These are from Superman 4 flying miniatures. There is Nuclear Man. There is Superman. So I guess these would have been used like at a distance where you can see them flying through the air. But it's actually just these little miniatures. That's pretty hilarious. It says this telephone booth here was used in the Kirk Allen Superman film. So apparently Kirk Allen was the first person to play Superman in a movie. Christopher Reeve played it in a television show. Kirk Allen, the first Superman in cinemas. Looks like we're headed into the Supergirl room here. I have no idea whose head this is, but it is super creepy. It's not labeled. Yeah, that flying rig is from 1984, used by Helen Slater, who played Supergirl. In this case here, all these pieces of clothing, I guess, worn by different characters in the show Smallville. It's the different versions of Supergirl over the years. Some different movie props from Supergirl there. There's actually a little model, a little capsule with Supergirl inside. And there's the flying miniature from Supergirl. I don't know why I get such a kick out of the little flying miniatures. Don't know whose arm this is. Oh no, it looks like Supergirl apparently fought Baphomet? The Lois and Clark section. That was kind of the 90s version of Superman. And then we have the super suit worn by Dean Cain. And I don't know what this is. Some sort of superhero outfit worn by Terry Hatcher. I didn't know she had a superhero identity. I guess a lot of these dresses here worn by Terry Hatcher, who played Lois Lane. Oh, look at this. The super dress. The super wedding dress. This is actually the dress Terry Hatcher wore at Superman's wedding. It's a wax figure of the George Reeves Superman. We saw the Clark Kent George Reeves earlier. Apparently he's in a film called Superman and the Mole People. And then down here we actually have the Mole People wigs. The bald cap says worn by the little people who portrayed the Mole Men. Got 4 different Mole Men wigs there. This is George Reeves' tearaway shirt, so he could like wear that like a dickie in front and then just pull it off, and he would look like this underneath. There's one of George Reeves' super suits there. Again, just amazing how many super suits they have here from the different actors. I guess that's Mr. Kryptonite. I guess it would be the nemesis of Superman for obvious reasons. Back here behind the Superman statue is Joe Shuster's umbrella. Joe Shuster, one of the creators of Superman, along with Jerry Siegel, said he was 17 years old when he created it and sold it for $165. Yeah, he got screwed. I think at some point the family did get a little more money, but man, just to think about how big his creation, but he's a 17-year-old kid, made something cool, they bought it off him for pennies, and then he has to watch it become the monstrosity it was, while he saw no returns on it. And down here they have some souvenirs from the town of Metropolis, and how they've used Superman over the years in their merchandising. Pretty amazing. So yeah, absolutely love the Super Museum. Just such a magnificent collection. Just the ultimate Superman collection. Just can't believe the amount of movie props they have in there, and just everything Superman that you could possibly imagine. But now let's head down the street and see if we can check out that statue of Lois Lane. You can see Metropolis, a very small town. A small town, not necessarily, like I said, not necessarily a sprawling metropolis. There's Hidden Gems, Novelty, and Collectibles. They do have a phone booth out front if you need to change into your super suit. Oh, let's peek in the window here. Oh, look at that! It's like a Superman ventriloquist dummy. Who's that? Yeah, let's check this place out. It is currently open. Looks pretty fun in there. Yeah, they got the Flasher gremlin there, and this weird little baby. Super big boy there, holding his burger aloft. Yeah, everything here in Metropolis. It all comes back to Superman. But yeah, let's take a peek in here. It says over here, please don't touch E.T., but you can take a picture with him. I'd say that's fair. Yeah, this may be the most comprehensive selection of rubber duckies I've ever seen. You've got Dolly Parton. You've got, there's Donald Trump right there. Looks like we've got all the Wizard of Oz characters. Oh, and this fits. Here in Metropolis, we have Maria from Metropolis. And I do apologize. Apparently I called this robot Marla in my Robot Hall of Fame video, but it's Maria from Metropolis here in Metropolis. It's the Monster Bash section here. Oh, looks like we got some creepy dolls here. Oh, look at these books from Gremlins, Gift of the Mogwai and Gremlins Trapped. These are cool. Oh, look what we have back here. We have a 12-foot tall Home Depot skeleton. They're lucky enough to have ceilings high enough for that. Yeah, check this out. We got a bunch of VHSs for sale here, as well as a bunch of comic books. The Blues Brothers back here doing a little jig. Looks like they're still setting up some of the displays, but looks like we have a Pee-wee's Playhouse section coming together back here. The robot and the I always loved this clock when I was a kid, shaped like the U.S. There's a cow here, and got some cutouts mixed in with some 3D figures. This is random and insane. This is Thudbutt from Hook. So this is a screen-used prop. I guess when they rolled one of the Lost Boys, that's the actual prop used in the film. Wow. Oh, I just noticed this rug here on the floor really ties the room together. Yeah. Arnie here, right next to Elvis. Yeah, a lot of just fun random stuff in here. Got the Kit Kat clock. Yeah, newer stuff mixed in with some classic things. The Ewok Village with King Kong there. So yeah, hidden gems. They have older stuff in there, as well as new stuff, just fun displays. Looks like they're still building some interesting areas in there. Yeah, very cool store. Looks like Super City Antiques is closed today. But you see all those heads still wearing their solar eclipse glasses. Wonder if they had a good eclipse here in Metropolis. You can purchase a Sancho Panza. That is Don Quixote's sidekick there, doing a little eclipse gazing himself. For all the love that the town gives to DC Comics, I guess you got to throw Marvel a bone here. We have Thor's Gym, where you can work out and be as muscular as Thor. We'll peek into Thor's Gym here. And here she is. See the logo of the Daily Planet there. But there we have the Lois Lane statue. And it's not just any Lois Lane. There's been several actresses to play Lois Lane. This is Noelle Neal, who played in the television series The Adventures of Superman with George Reeves. It says that she was a favorite celebrity guest of the town and known as the First Lady of Metropolis. And they do actually have a lot of celebrations here. I know they do a yearly Superman festival, which I definitely need to get to one of these years. I've just never able to make it work, never able to time it out right. But yeah, someday I'd like to come here to the Superman festival. So thank you for joining me here today in the wonderful little town of Metropolis, Illinois, the home, the official legal home of Superman. Great to stop back in. I definitely love this town. Love the Super Museum. Love the small town vibe here, the civic pride, the pride in Superman. But now it's time to get back on that long, lonesome road. I'm gonna hop in the car and hopefully make some serious distance tonight. I've got something I need to do tomorrow that requires me to be about 5 hours from here. So I'll be driving maybe a little bit into the night tonight, and hopefully I will reach my destination before too long. So thank you guys so much for joining me today. A special thank you to those who join me every day. It does mean a lot. If you do like these videos, please hit the subscribe button. It helps me out. Also, do all those other things. You thumbs up it. I think there's a bell that you do something with, and leave a comment in the comment section. I travel around the country. I film roadside attractions, amusement parks, museums, haunted houses, and other fun, random things. If you'd like to help support the channel in other ways, consider contributing to Patreon. $3 or more will get you a postcard once a month from me to you. Also selling enamel pins in the Etsy shop and doing personalized messages on Cameo. Of course, all those things help keep this train on the track, this boat in the water, and this Superman high in the air. Until next time, my friends, this one's in the bag.